I've tried my best not to respond to the attacks from my father and mother over the past few weeks. My main focus has been on my relationship and my recovery. That will continue to be the case. However, due to their recent unethical and arguably illegal activities, I've decided it was necessary to set the record straight with this statement. I am not mentally ill, as my parents would have you believe. I do have mental health issues, depression, anxiety, PTSD, all things that millions of Americans deal with daily. Last month, in the face of withering abuse and attacks from Kiwi Farms, Godwinson, PPP, and others, I had a breakdown and required hospitalization. My parents, who now talk about how much they care about me, used to regularly ridicule my mental health. And on that day, they didn't even want to take me to the hospital until I forced their hand. The concerned parent routine is just an act. If it wasn't an act, how could my father, Matthew Vickers, justify linking up with the same scumbags who put me in the hospital? He now interacts with Kiwi Farms and considers them friends. He does interviews with Godwinson. These are the people responsible for the sudden decline in my mental health, and my father now calls them friends. That's not the behavior of a concerned parent. It's the behavior of a narcissist. This man has shared my private health history to the entire internet without my consent. He talks about me getting tested for medical ailments, but when I was there, they neglected to take me to get medical care time and time again. Delays, excuses, there was always a reason. When I was in the hospital last month, they called only once, and even then, they didn't leave their number. My father has publicly disowned me on Twitter, shared embarrassing details about my life, and much, much more. My parents, through their reckless behavior, have also likely poisoned a civil proceeding I was in the process of undertaking against my rapist. My dad is the one who encouraged me to do this, and it breaks my heart that he has probably demolished any chance I had to get some sort of attempt at closure on that. He probably doesn't care about this at all, but I wanted to point it out for the record. My parents have also refused to return or arrange for the return for my personal belongings. Even getting my ID from them was like torture. Much of the stuff I bought with my own money earned from working. They still refuse to return it. All of my remaining things are being held hostage by them in a misguided attempt to make my life harder. It's sad and it's petty. They also said that they would respect my privacy, but have, according to them, hacked into my personal accounts and devices. Not only is this unethical, but it's also most likely illegal. I don't know if these messages are altered, although I would not put it past my father. But what I do know is this: I do not consent to the sharing of these messages in public. You access them without my knowledge or consent, and I am telling you publicly to cease and desist. And the big reason they say that they're doing all of this is my boyfriend, Ethan Ralph. My father has always hated Ethan because of how we got together. Now he's using the army of trolls who drove me into the hospital as his weapon against him. I want to state very clearly that Ethan Ralph absolutely did not release revenge porn of me. He had my consent to record the video. We're still together, and we plan to marry soon. I would rather have never talked about this topic publicly, but my father has made that necessary. The fact that my father, and now mother, are doing this breaks my heart. Every step of the way, they have made this situation worse, and they continue to do so. I wish that they would focus on my brothers instead of neglecting them for this insane war against my boyfriend. I don't anticipate putting out any more statements, although we will see if they're needed. I just want to state this clearly and for the record. I do not want to live with my parents ever again. I'm not mentally ill. I'm not stupid. I'm here speaking from the heart. I'm 18 years old and of sound mind, and I will be 19 in just a matter of days. I'm asking my parents, publicly, to leave me alone and to let me live my life as an adult. They have no right to treat me this way, and I won't back down because of their pressure. If they continue, we will have to explore other options, such as a restraining order. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I'm going to go back to focusing on my health and school plans, and I hope that my parents respect my decision.